Hi everyone. It's been quite a while since my last review, so this time I've got a Haikelite MT09R. This is the pre-order batch which has a special color. This one is called khaki or the desert tan. The other one is a denim blue or navy blue. I think they changed the color along the way. I can't remember the and other color is green, not quite like green like this, but a younger green. So you can check out the pre-order page, which already expired now. So if you want this color, it won't be available after the pre-order. So I made the pre-order and I choose this color because it's honestly it looks really good, especially in your hand. The build quality is also quite nice. Before we go into the light, we should see what's come inside the box. So your usual Haikelite cardboard box. You would expect a flashlight more than $100 to come with a nicer box, right? Not with Haikelite. They prefer the unassuming box other than their brand on the front. It doesn't even say anything about flashlight. It just say Haikelite. So there you go. Some padded box. You've got the manual here. Let me make it darker. Let me turn down the exposure here. It just says, so in here you've got group modes. This is the ramping modes. Keep in mind that the ramping mode is not as good as the Narsil M you've got in the BLF Q8. So to choose either mode, you just click 8 times to change between each group. So if you prefer the mode groups, you click it 8 times and it will switch to either one. So on the group mode, there are 6 subgroup which you can choose based on your preference. So as you can see here, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, 5 and up to 6 groups. So I found the group modes to be I don't like to press and hold button to change mode, so I don't prefer this kind of things. I mean, I prefer to click and then switch mode compared to the holding it button and then it switch by itself. And the ramping, I prefer the ramping, but the ramping itself is not it's not perfect. I wouldn't say perfect. I mean, it's flawed. I'll show you why I say it's flawed in a moment. So this is the manual, and some text. If you want to read it, you can pause. And here it says, yeah, it does actually says DA drive. Yeah. Okay. What else you got in the box? Let me make it bright again. There we go. We've got this. I haven't even opened it. Let me open it. Let me zoom out a bit. Okay. Okay, this is a rather nice lanyard, maybe. Yeah, lanyard. How would you attach this? So I'll show you. You also got a screw-in mount that you can attach to your flashlight, like so. You got this tripod mount, so you just screw it in. Where am I supposed to put this in? Okay, this thing is like so. Okay, like so. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you know what. Doing this on camera is stiff. Hold on. Well, yeah, something like that. I'm not sure if you want to carry it like this. I don't use it anyway. I kind of like the color. If you buy later on after the pre-order, you'll get either a white or a black like this. A black or just usual black, your normal flashlight black, and a white. The Haikelite has a white flashlight. If you have one, it's just similar to this, to other white flashlight from Haikelite. So if you want a special color like this, a green, a blue, or a khaki they call it, no, there's no more. So this is a special order. That's why I pre-ordered it, because I want the special colors. Let's remove it. I don't need it. I don't need this lanyard. Maybe you will. You've got 2 spare O-rings as usual, which I never use. Nothing else. So put them all back in. Let's have a look at the light. So the light itself is nicely built. As you can see, no marking, no error or blemish on the finish. Really nice, except if you can see the reflector here, where it meets in between the reflector, you can see that it's not perfect. It is clean and dust free though, no fingerprint whatsoever, but as you can see maybe the manufacturing process is less than perfect. Otherwise, this is a really good light. I also found the ridges on this side is rather sharp. So if you hold it like this and you twist it and you hold it like this, it hurt. This part is hurt. It's hurting my hand, but it won't tear your flesh or skin. But you just feel it's sharp. So yeah, I prefer to hold it like this instead like this, because this is sharp. I wish they round it up a bit so it won't be this sharp. Many other people found this is not that sharp, but for me it's quite sharp, especially if you got your hand tight and then you want to screw in the tail cap. So this is the button, the electronic switch. It's light up if the flashlight is turned on. So it switch off when the light is off. So there's no standby light if you like that sort of thing like me. I like to have a standby light. And then yeah, that's on the outside. Let's have a look at the tail cap and the battery inside. So in this case, I am using a soldered flat top 30Q from Samsung. Come on, focus. There you go, 30Q. I've tried HG2 SD2 from hold on a second. Where was I? Let's say I can't remember. Oh yeah, this one uses a HG. I can't remember the LG HG2 from LG. This one's also work with the Haikelite MT09R. So you can either use solder top 30Q. The 30Q won't work without the solder top. So just keep that in mind. So if you don't want to do soldering, use the LG HG2. So it should be fine. So let's screw that in. one thing I noticed after receiving my light is that screwing the tail cap is really hard. So what you should do is to hold on a moment, to unscrew this, screw this like so, remove the rotating PCB, and add a little of a glue, not glue, I'm sorry, a grease between and in the place where it make contacts like so. So it will rotate more freely instead of the when it arrives. So I had there are a couple of people who got a broken pin because of the PCB is really hard to rotate, so it put a stress on the pin, so it broke off. So be careful with that. So if you got the light, make sure you put some grease on this part, so it will rotate much more freely. And after adding the grease, the tail cap is now screw in more freely and smoothly. So that's my tips. So, and it also avoid breaking in break the two pins. If you break two pins, then I'm sure you'll be in trouble, because there's nothing that synchronizes the rotation disc with the body of the flashlight. So you have a risk of short circuit the battery. So short circuiting the battery is never a good option, right? So let's put the battery in. Make sure positive to positive, negative to negative. Now as the usual Haikelite, the big pin goes into the big hole and smaller. So now it's screw in really smoothly compared to the first time I received this light. It was really a pain to screw in, and my hand got hurt from this sharp edges. Yeah. So now let's have a look at the light. I'll show you what I mean with the bumping in. Let me put the exposure down. As you can see, it just jumped, not linear. As you can see, it's not linear, so it's on the lower end. It's really hard to control. You got blink there. No, that's maximum brightness. Let's go down. As you can see, it takes quite a while to go to low. Let's try again. As you can see, it jumped. I think the software works in linear manner, while our eyes see the light in logarithmic. So you will see jump like this. Then it takes quite a while to go to maximum. See maximum, and then go down. There's no, as far as I know, there's no way to go to directly to low mode. Once you go like so, you have to switch on and then ramp down to get to the low mode. So it really is a bummer if you have your light switched off in the highest setting, so it will blind you without warning. And, I found this is to be annoying. If you see a flashlight like this, the Astrolux, this one now made a pure 12K lumens and modded with Narsil driver from Lexel. Now it's making a really good light. As you can see, the ramping is really nice compared to the Haikelite. So much control in the low end, and on the top end is also ramping up nicely. As you can see, not so with the Haikelite. Going down, going up, going down. As you can see, oh, jump, oh, jump. As you can see, there, the jump in the amount of light. Now let's see the Narsil. Even this Emisa D4 has really nice ramping. You can see really nice control. So this light has really awful, in my opinion, really awful UI. The group mode, I don't like the group mode either, but the ramping mode is also not perfect. So in the forum they are talking about the version 2 driver, which should be perfect using Narsil. So I'm not sure it's going to be free, but I don't know, maybe I'll change the driver with proper driver from TA at BLF, so that will make this light a perfect light. So I'll make a video of this light on the outside to compare with other light, maybe with the MT0T from Haikelite 2 and my modded Astrolux MF01 also. I forgot something. And I'll show you also the BLF Q8, which also has a similar UI. Forgot to turn it on. As you can see, Haikelite managed to ruin their own flashlight. The MT09 is a really good light. They just ruined it with their own driver. Oh, I almost forgot. This light on turbo is really hot. I mean, put it on turbo, and a few seconds you won't be able to hold it. So yeah, it really is really hot. It's rising up now. I'll get my thermometer. So this is maximum, yeah. Okay. Switch on. Let's monitor the temperature. Keep in mind that the battery is not fully charged. As you can see, it's climbing fast. The flashlight body around the switch is the hottest part of the flashlight. As you can see, 42, 49, 43. I've tested this light for up to 4 minutes, and it already reached 60 degrees around the switch. Wow, that is hot. (47), as you can see. Now this is really uncomfortable to hold. One thing to mention is that this flashlight features a step down function, but in practice the step down is not low enough to maintain the temperature. So the step down is active, but the temperature keep climbing. As you can see, 50. This is not a fully charged battery. This is already 52. I can't. There's no way I can. Wow, that is hot. This is already really hot light. You can see 53. Okay, this light is really hot. So the temperature protection on this light is basically a fail. There's a protection, but it's useless basically. So with that in mind, this is otherwise a really good light. You just need a good driver for it. So maybe in the future, like so, maybe we'll create a driver for this. It's just too bad the Haikelite mess up with the driver. So it is making in my test, this light is making at least 14,500 lumens. I would say 15,000 lumens is a safe bet, because compared to my real 12K lumens Astrolux, this one can be related with the ceiling bounce test. So Haikelite claim this is a 15,000, and it is true. So thank you everyone for watching and keeping up with me until the end. Please subscribe to my channel if you like it, leave a comment, a critic, or I'll make a video, a following video for this light, doing comparison with other flashlight. So thank you.